As Advent begins, I center myself in hope and feel my faith grow strong. I marvel at Mary's faith as I think about the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual aspects of her journey to Bethlehem to have her child. She must have felt frightened to hear what the angel had told her, but faith allowed her to take each step with peace. Like Mary, I may wonder why I am facing certain events, and like Mary, I live in faith. When I have doubt or uncertainty, no matter what is going on in my life, my faith in the power of spiritual living gives me renewed hope that God is with me. I am reassured that along every journey, no matter how long, the highest good is unfolding. And from Psalm 62:5, for God alone my soul waits in silence, for my hope is from him. I light this candle to represent the Christ light that shines in and for all of humanity. May this light ignite in us divine love that transforms our energy into divine action. Oh, wait, me first. Old habits die hard. I had a moment. We're going to now have our opening prayer and then our welcome song. Okay, if you would please kindly either shut off your cell phones or put them on vibrate so as not to disrupt the service. Thank you. So if you would, take a deep breath with me and know the allness of God is in this breath. The allness of God is everywhere present. We know that the amazing Spirit of God fills us to overflowing, fills this sanctuary with love and with peace and comfort and joy, and blesses us mightily in all things. We have so much gratitude for this presence and for having our lives guided by God. We know that God's amazing presence fills us and blesses us in all things. We have gratitude in our hearts, especially this week of Thanksgiving, and we know that all is well in God's world, and we are an amazing part of God's world. We know the Spirit fills us. We know the Spirit blesses us, and we go out into the world with the comfort of God as our traveling partner. We know God is with us always in all things. And we are so very grateful to be here on this Sunday with like-minded people and people that love us and bless us as well as we love and bless them. And we thank you, sweet Spirit, for this and for so much more. And so it is. Amen. And now it's time for our welcome song.
I think that it's so fortuitous that as we begin our Advent celebration and go into the Christmas season that it's snowing. That's like, who would have thought? Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la, la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Told the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la, la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la, la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la, la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la, la 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 la.
Thank you, Toni and Mike, for ringing in the Christmas season. It's the beginning of Advent, as we all know, and we are so happy about that because the season is amazing. So welcome to Unity of Sussex County. We are a community committed to the unity principles and living in Christ consciousness. We are opening and welcoming to all people and bless any path that has led you here. Today is the first Sunday of Advent, and the theme is hope and faith. And I will light one of the purple candles to commemorate that. For those watching online, please say hi in the chat, and then if you would, like and share our video. And for any new guests, please sign our guest book to receive a welcome packet or email us at admin@unityofsussex.org to receive one. Now, if you would, please join me in saying the decree and statements on the screens. First, to all youth and young people here and around the world. We love you, we anoint you, and we appreciate you just the way you are. And our vision statement, please. Centered in spirit, we honor and celebrate the oneness of all life. And now our mission statement. With joyful, open hearts, we embrace diversity, encourage creative expression, and empower spiritual growth. Thank all of you, new and returning, and those online for joining us for today's celebration. I am Joanne Stafford and one of your prayer chaplains. Today's musical inspiration, as we have already heard, is provided by Toni Hamilton and Mike Bardash on the piano. It's always a joy to have you here, and we thank you for uplifting our celebration. It is time now for our prayer box blessing. This is our prayer box, which is kept out in the front lobby, and you'll find out there prayer request forms, as well as in the seat back in front of you. If you would, complete the form and place it in the prayer box at any time. The prayer chaplains, Dolly Ferrari and myself, and Reverend Shea, will uplift your prayers for 30 days, while the prayer team prays for all of the first names only that are listed on the prayer requests. These requests are also sent on to Unity Prayer Ministry and included in their daily prayer vigil for an additional 30 days. Also, before we pray over the box, I'd like to remind everyone that the monthly prayer team meeting will be held next Sunday, December 7th, immediately following the service. So if you're curious about prayer or just curious what we talk about in that closed room, do come and grace us with your presence. There's no commitment. You can just come and check us out, and you'll find we're kind of nice folk, so please come. Sweet Spirit, we thank you, first of all, for answered prayer. We know you always hear and answer our prayers, and we also know that there is gratitude in our hearts for your presence in all things. You know just where to give comfort, just where to love, where to bring joy. All is well, and we are blessed to have such an amazing presence in our lives. This sweet Spirit guides us and fills us to overflowing with the love that we have come to know, with the love we have for ourselves, for each other, and for mankind in general. We are so very grateful that the amazing Spirit of God hears us and answers us and blesses us mightily. We are very blessed to be here in this presence, knowing that this sanctuary is filled with the amazing energy and presence of God. The Spirit is everywhere present, and we are grateful for it. And for this and for so much more, we say thank you, God. And so it is. Amen. Thank you, Dolly. And now I turn the service over to our wonderful Reverend Shea.
Thank you.
Who I missed, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that was nice. Greetings, everyone. Yeah, happy holidays, or almost. Well, they said somebody told us we're in the holiday season, so we must be. So I wanted to, well, first of all, I just want to say there's some people here that haven't been here for a while that were traveling and living abroad, and I just wanted to welcome them back. That's Mackenzie Heffernan, Emma, and Gaetano. So welcome. So if you haven't met them yet, you'll get to meet them. You can, as they were traveling internationally, Mackenzie was, at least on Instagram, kind of blogging. So she probably has some really interesting stories to share. So I just put you out there. So, so we have Many things going on here at the center. As you see, we're already starting to be prepped for the holidays. And so today is actually the greening of the center. And what that means is all of you are welcome to stay after service and help us decorate this beautiful tree. The tree was donated by Ideal Farms and Jan Juritsma, so thank you so much. And I got to give big ups to the people that put the pre-decorations up. It's Mark Coriel, Debbie Coriel, Toni Manzi, Chris Manzi, and then in the back, Angie Quesselite blessed us with the nativity. So thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, getting us into the season. So I also want to let you know we have 2 new Unity booklets. They come out every year. This time of year, they produce a gratitude booklet and then also our Advent booklet. So those are free. They're in the lobby. Please take one for yourself. If you know someone else who might enjoy them, take them as well. The Advent booklet literally has daily words, so to speak, throughout the Advent season, literally throughout December. So check those out. They're wonderful books. The other thing is, in the lobby, there's also another tree. That's our giving tree. And for those of you who might be new to the center, every year, this has been going on for many, many years, we support families that are at the Samaritan Inn. Samaritan Inn helps those who are unhoused to get housing. And so every year, we get the names, well, not the names, we get what some of the children that are there would like for the holiday. And so each child gets a gift of clothing and then gets a gift off their wish list. And so there's ornaments on the tree, and it has the information of the child's, either their size, in terms of their clothing size, or their wish list. And we get at least one item of each of those things. So there's 5 of the ornaments left. So there's 5 children that still need a gift purchase. So if you've yet to get an ornament and you want to participate, please take one of the ornaments or more than one of the ornaments before you leave today. The gifts get returned on December 15th, December 14th, right? They have to be back by, it said the 5th, Sunday. Oh, is Sunday the 15th? I think it is, okay. All right. It's either the 15th or the 14th, but it's that Sunday. That might be a typo. So the gift needs to be returned, unwrapped, in a gift bag, and you bring the ornament back, because it doesn't have the child's name, but it has a code so that when the gifts get back to the Samaritan Inn, they can match them up with the children. Okay? So there's just 5 gifts left. Let's make the season bright for every child. And I want to give big ups. I got a lot of big ups to give. This effort has been done for many, many years by Renee Zerold and Fred Zerold. They have supported this in many, many ways. Yeah, let's give them a hand. And this year, Renee is not, they're not able to actually put everything together. They gave us information, they started it off, and then the group that's really helping to move it along this year is Angie Quesselite, Kathy Heffernan, and Nancy Harrington. So let's give them a, yeah. And then you all have to give yourselves applause, because I know there's many people that are being Santa and the elves this year, so thank you. And I think we have 12 families overall with several children, so. One of the other things is, you'll notice out in the lobby, there's a big jug, and we call this Be the Change. Be the change this holiday season. So what is that? That's if you have any loose change. Does anyone have any cash, by the way? Yeah, it's okay. So some people still have coins. Okay. If you have coins, you can be the change by, if you have any loose coins at home and you'd like to participate, you can put those coins into that big jug, and at the end of December, we will count it all up, and the proceeds go to Unity of Sussex County, with 10% going to one of our local organizations. Okay, so thank you so much. Last year we did it, and we did pretty good. People were really happy to get rid of some of their coins. So I have to admit, I don't have that much cash, but I think I have some coins somewhere, right? They are in a closet somewhere, right? So another thing that's starting today is a winter's market, So we have, I think there's 4 folks that make things by hand that are participating. They're going to be in the fellowship hall after service, and so they're selling their wares for those of you who may still need to get holiday gifts. I know. Well, I haven't even started, so clearly I'll be back there trying to purchase some gifts. So there's some wonderful things that will be available, so check them out. They're going to be here every Sunday until Christmas, so through the 21st of December. Just know that at any time, if you're unable to come, you can check us out on our website. You can check us out on Facebook Live, but before I tell you that, just know that if there's anything that has to be signed up for, you can do that in the lobby. You can also go to our webpage, which is unityofsussex.org. You can always call the center at 973-383-6277, or you can always email admin@unityofsussex.org if you want to get any information about what's going on here, or if you want to sign up for anything when we have sign-ups. And again, if you're not here, you can watch us on Facebook.com/Unity of Sussex, and there's some folks watching now. So we appreciate them. And if you come here, or if you're not able to watch live, you can always watch the recording later, either on Facebook, or you can do so on our website at unityofsussex.org. All right, so with that, I'm inviting each of you, if you so choose, to stand. And we're going to greet each other. We like to greet each other with a namaste greeting. And that's where we say the Sanskrit word namaste, and that basically means the divinity in me honors and celebrates the divinity in you. Namaste. 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 And let's turn around and say namaste to the folks on Facebook. Namaste, folks. All right, all right. And so I invite you to stay standing. We're going to sing the congregational song. The words are going to be on the screen. It's another holiday song. I think most of you might know the words. It's Jingle Bells.
Horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
All right. All right, so I invite everyone to take a seat. And we usually move into a meditative moment right now, but actually we have a special ceremony. I'd like to invite our board president, Mark Coriel, to the front, and I'd also like to invite Toni Manzi to come to the platform. So every year we have, twice a year, we have classes for folks that would like to become voting members of Unity of Sussex County. I don't need that yet. And then we have a dedication ceremony twice a year, dedicating them as voting members. So back in January or February, Toni actually took the class. She had actually just started coming here, and so she took the class. We ask that people be here at least 6 months before they actually become voting members. So she is now elected to become voting member, so we're going to dedicate her today, and we'd like your help. So,
Script there?
yeah.
Always good to see you, Toni. We haven't seen you all week, right? Okay, today we received Toni Manzi into the Unity of Sussex County Oneness-ship and voting membership. Membership is not a requirement here at Unity of Sussex County. All are welcome. Unity membership is unique in that the only true requirement is the desire to know spirit and seek harmony and spiritual principle. Unity is a way of life that asks us to do our best to stand in principle and live the truth we know. Unity is about empowerment and taking responsibility for one's own experiences, to take time to reflect and grow, and to endeavor and co-create a world that works for all. By our commitment to share in the consciousness of oneness-ship and membership, we become the channel by which others, too, are blessed with their lives. We in Unity make no claim that this is the only path to follow. Instead, we pray and know that the living spirit of truth guides each person to their right spiritual community. We join together so that we may benefit mutually through spiritual relationships. We unite to join our prayers, empowering one another in order that we might effectively be of assistance and beneficial presence into each other, ourselves, humanity, and the earth. This spiritual community is this individual and ultimately the collective spiritual consciousness.
So Toni, dear friend, we call everyone friend here. You have chosen to make Unity of Sussex County your spiritual home and join its oneness-ship. With this choice comes the opportunity to stand in commitment to your spiritual community on so many levels, Today, you consciously commit your time, effort, and energies in the Unity way of life. We are here to celebrate that commitment. We ask that you encourage and empower your fellow spiritual travelers in this endeavor. Here at Unity of Sussex County, we invite you to establish spiritual relationships. We invite you to give freely of your divine gifts and talents as we all work, play, pray, and meditate together. We offer you the opportunity for deep spiritual enrichment. As it reads in Ephesians chapter 4, verses 1 through 6, lead a life worthy of the calling to which you have been called, with all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another in love, making every effort to maintain unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. With your pledge of oneness-ship and voting membership, we invite you to join in our purpose of spiritual transformation through activating new thought principles. With this choice comes the opportunity for sacred service and standing for your commitment in a spiritual community with your giving, your tithes, your time, talent, and treasure. I invite the congregation to affirm their commitment to you. So, congregation, friends, do you welcome our new voting member with receptive hearts and open arms, promising to offer them your spiritual, or her, your spiritual support in her endeavor to demonstrate truth principles and live from the highest spiritual nature? If so, please say we do. We do. All right. So, Toni, are you willing to join your prayers and your spiritual support with this community in their endeavor of studying truth principles and living from the highest spiritual nature? If so, please say, I do.
I do.
We honor your past and your present and all that you brought to this moment. We acknowledge your direct access to wisdom and give thanks for your faculty of discernment. We are grateful for your ability to listen and speak with wisdom. We are honored that you have chosen the spiritual community, and we commit to being a center of spiritual strength and support for you. We hold sacred space for you to express your spiritual explorations, questions, doubts, fears, ideas, dreams, and visions. We celebrate your commitment and the riches to bring to your life as well as the riches you bring to ours. So repeat after me. I dedicate and consecrate myself
I dedicate and consecrate myself
to the will and the work
to the will and the work
of the living Spirit of truth
of the living Spirit of truth
and the unfoldment
and the unfoldment
of my divine potential.
of my divine potential.
So as the Senior Minister of Unity of Sussex County, it is my privilege and honor on behalf of its voting membership in the Board of Trustees to receive you into full and active voting membership. We extend to you our love and friendship. Namaste. You can give it to him. So Mark, we get to say this together.
Me too? Oh,
No, not you. Yeah. Unity of Sussex County, we present our new voting member, Toni Manzi. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And so now I invite Melissa Miranda to come up. She's going to lead us into that meditative moment, and she's one of the Sunday and Wednesday weekly meditation facilitators. So come on up, Melissa.
Hola, everyone. Happy Sunday. So beautiful to be here today on such a gorgeous day, welcomed by the beautiful snow. I invite everyone to get into their body for a moment, connecting to your breath, breathing in and out, in and out. Let's do one more together. In and out. I invite you to get present with your body, going inward into the sacred space of your heart. Allow yourself to find yourself within yourself and go towards your heart center. As you find yourself in your heart, I invite you to allow yourself to open up to the possibilities of rejoicing, joy, love, appreciation, bringing openness and surrender, trusting the intuitive nudges within your heart center. Take in a deep breath in and out. Just allowing yourself to calibrate with the vibration of your heart. The place that makes us one. In that space, the sacred space of the heart, we can find the truth. And in that truth, we invite wisdom, peace, serenity, joy. Allow our hearts to sing and jump with happiness that we're here today. Also recognizing that, yes, there are challenges within us, but we'll take this moment right now just to send love to yourself. I'm enough. I love that I'm enough. I trust that I'm enough. Allow your heart to whisper to you in this moment. Take in a deep breath in and exhale. Come back to your body. Know that you can come into this space anytime you wish. It's the sacred space of your heart that loves you. Thank you. Gracias.
Let's just take a couple seconds just to be in this feeling tone, in this quiet feeling tone. So we welcome you back into this here now moment to receive this beautiful song.
Open
Wow. Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you, Toni and Mike. Open wide my heart. Open wide my heart. What a beautiful invitation. It just feels good in here right now. So, throughout this year, we have been talking about embracing the inner light. That's been our theme for the entire year, embracing the inner light. And now we've come almost to the end of the year. And along the way, I know that each and every one of you has, I'll say, increased your light capacity. Not only have you been embracing your inner light, you've been expressing it in the world. And so this month, every month we set an intention. In November, the intention has been reforming and transforming with appreciation. Reforming and transforming with appreciation. And we talked about reform and we've talked about transform. And we've also talked about appreciation being that zenith frequency, being a very, very high frequency. In fact, a higher frequency than gratitude. You can be in gratitude, but not in appreciation. However, when you're in appreciation, you're always in gratitude. So appreciation is like an up-leveling of gratitude. It includes valuing whatever you are appreciating, whoever you are appreciating. Even yourself. You can appreciate yourself. And so each month we have a decree. That's like an up-leveled affirmation. We're declaring it. We're invoking it in our lives. And this month it has been and still is radiating appreciation. Our inner light shines and transforms. Radiating appreciation, our inner light shines and transforms. That means it transforms us as well as others. So I invite you to say that with me with a little conviction. All right? So radiating appreciation, our inner light shines and transforms. Yes, you said that like you believe it. And that's important. So today's talk is titled God's Gift. God's Gift. And so this is the first Sunday of Advent. And so Advent, sometimes, depending on what religion you may have come from, most of us have come from some other religion at some point. So sometimes that this Advent season can be a little bit challenging over the next few weeks. Right? December is a fantastic, joy-filled month, and it can also have some challenges. Right? So, however, this gives you the opportunity to have some new insights and spiritual growth throughout this time. So I'm going to invite each and every one of you to make this Advent season a time where you can engage with it in such a way that it has personal meaning and significance. It seems like a religious thing, this thing called Advent, but I'm inviting you to have a personal relationship with it. So you can get different meaning, you can get different insight for yourself so that you can experience, we'll call it growth. We're always growing. Always growing. And so the word Advent actually comes from a Latin word called adventus, which means arrival. So again, in traditional Christian religions, right, we always talk about, or has been talked about, the coming of the Christ, right? Because Jesus gets born. We know that, most of us know, I think a lot of us know that story about a baby in a manger, right? So it's the coming of not just Jesus, though, the coming of Christ. So metaphysically, we're metaphysicians here, so we like to go deeper. We like to go beyond the words. So metaphysically, this is the expectation and the preparation for the coming into our consciousness of our own divine potential. our own Christ self. So yes, it's the coming of the Christ, but it's not the coming of a Christ out there. It's the coming of the Christ within. So guess what? Advent is about you and you and you and you. It's about each and every one of us, the coming of the Christ self. That's important. God is everywhere present. So that means it can't just be out there. It's a part of you. And that Christ is a consciousness. Jesus exemplified that consciousness, and you can too. Jesus is not the great exception. He's the great example. That's right, the great example. Not just him, right? There's others. You look at many spiritual practices, and they call it the Buddha nature. Guess what? The Buddha nature is the Christ nature. They talk about the Krishna nature. Guess what? That's the Christ nature, right? Jesus is a way shower. So there's a unity minister. He's no longer alive, named Eric Butterworth. He's a famed unity minister and prolific author. And he said, if this season is to mean anything more than an annual holiday charade, I thought that was kind of funny. If this season is to mean anything more than an annual holiday charade, meaning the Advent, we must take the risk of personal commitment to the discovery of the divine level within our being. Within our being. It is this that we refer to as the great adventure of a lifetime. Woo! This is a great adventure, getting to learn us. And not just what I think I like. Do I like vanilla ice cream? Do I like chocolate ice cream? Do I like those cute jeans? Or do I like that fabulous hat? Not talking about that. I'm talking about really learning about you, the depths of you, going so far within, you haven't seen it. It's like the depths of the ocean. And you are, in fact, that deep and that magnificent and that amazing. There's things about you that you don't even know. Really, you can keep going inside. And so during this season, you're invited into this great adventure, this wonderful adventure. Butterworth goes on to say that the supreme adventure of all is the exploration into the depths of humans, right, individuals, and collectively humanity's inner power. He's talking about our inner power, your inner power. Then he goes on to say, when we talk about the adventure of life, we're not dealing with the flight into fancy, meaning you got to be serious. This ain't for the folks that want to just be like floating, right? This is powerful endeavor. So it's not dealing with the flight into fancy, but with a real process of harnessing the real energies, I'm going to say it again, the real energies of the universe as they come into focus in and through and as you. Guess what? You're the one you've been waiting for. You think it's somebody else. You've been waiting for you. And Advent is the invitation for you to gently hold your hands out to greet you, that Christ nature of you. You too can be born again. Not in the way we think about out here. We're talking about born again within yourself, expanding to a new nature, getting to understand your creative expression of the infinite, So just know you are unique. You know, they talk about the snowflakes. Supposedly every snowflake is supposed to be unique. Now, I don't really know how they know that. right? How do they really know that? I don't know. But we know that God's spirit is limitless, right? So that means not only are we limitless, we are all individual, unique expressions of what we call God. So you're unique. You're awesome. You were just, oh my goodness. If you allow the Christ within you to express, there's no one that can express the Christ like you. Yeah, the Christ has a whole bunch of principles, but the way you show up is different than the way someone else shows up. You highlight a part of the Christ nature in a way that someone else cannot. So that means you are, in fact, wonderment. Yeah, wonderment. Take that in. Now you might say, oh, that sounds like a lot. Oh, that's not me. Take a breath. It's you. I get to see it in your eyes. I get to see it in your smiles. I get to literally just see it in your presence from this vantage point. So guess what God's gift is? You. You are God's gift. You are God's gift. You are God's gift. Literally. Wow. So if you want to give yourself a gift this year, just wrap yourself up and put yourself under the tree for yourself. That's right. That's right. From the mouth of babes, as they say. Right? So, again, Advent is really about you. So this isn't about intellectual knowledge. Right? This is when we get the opportunity to open our hearts. As the song said, open wide my heart. This is actually the opportunity to not just say, oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that I'm the Christ. Yeah, I know about all these truth principles. Yeah, I know. But are we living it? Guess what? That's what the Advent season is about. For you to live it. Why? Because if you live it more and more and more, then that means you actually express who you are more and more and more, and you start to be at a different frequency. You start to exude more of the Christ such that you walk in the world a different way. You walk in the world a different way. And so you start to have different experiences because you start to see some things and focus on some things that you weren't before, that you didn't before. So this is also you having a willingness to just kind of believe. Even if you don't really believe, have a willingness to have some hope. Willingness to express your faith. Not faith outside of here. I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about the faith and the understanding that you are truly made as the same thing as the moon and the stars. That if you have an inkling of belief that God is everywhere present, how can you not think that there's ingredients in you that can bake a cake like no other? Really? And when you start to experience it because you're living it, you're not just trying to talk about it, you're trying to express it. Let it express through you, where you say, hey, show me more of who I am. You can't help but have experiences that you never did before. You can't help to be moved like you've never been moved before. You can't help to move like you've never moved before. Can't help it. And guess what? It feels good. It feels good. Because you are literally being everything you came here to be, as you allow that expression of the Christ to come through you. So what the heck does this have to do with appreciation? Right? I said this is the month of appreciation. appreciation have to do with Advent? Well, a few weeks ago, we talked about appreciation being that zenith frequency, and that when you're in that high frequency, you can't help but do what? Open wide your heart. You can't help but to do it. And as you open wide your heart, the heart is the pathway to the divine nature within you, as well as the divine nature that's everywhere. That's everywhere. And so as you move into that, you can't help but to express hope and faith. We talked about hope and faith being the first Sunday in Advent because you're at such a frequency. Hope and faith is in that Godmosphere, and you're floating in it because you are expressing appreciation. And so sometimes people describe hope as being hoping for stuff out there. We're not talking about this. We're talking about, in the Bible, it talks about hope in the glory. Hope, your hope in glory. Well, your hope in glory is your hope, your understanding of the Christ nature within yourself. So hope isn't hoping for something out here. Hope is just saying, hey, I understand that there's a part of me that is grand, that there's a part of me that carries all the divine ideas in the thought, in the mind of God. Literally. I heard someone say possibilities. Absolutely. The expression of possibilities. And so, what about faith? Faith is just that inner expression. They say faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. What does that mean? There's that word hope again. Faith, you don't have to see it because you know that there's a part of you that has access to everything. There's a part of you that is attached and connected to everything. Not attached in a bad way, attached in a way that you can understand folks before they even speak. You can understand between their words. You can show up with more compassion because you notice something you didn't notice before because you're walking in faith. You're using that hope and glory within you. You can show up at someone's house in a way you didn't show up before. You can smile when it looks like there's nothing to smile about. You can sing when people are crying because you can express to them and reach out to them to touch them, just like that person calling it right now. Wasn't that a commercial, reach out and touch or something? So, hey, Advent is about you. And you are God's gift. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? So I invite you to just close your eyes for a minute. We're going to do a little, Mike's going to give me some music, and we're going to just do a little, release. Thanks for that release. We're going to do a little bit of alchemy right here with a prayer treatment. So I invite you to take a deep breath. Feels comfortable, you can close your eyes or soften your gaze. Wow. We cascade down from our brains to our hearts and we allow it to just open. Allow our hearts to open so wide as if it was as big as the width of our arms and hands being outstretched to our sides. We open up our hearts and we do say, wow. There's an arrival of goodness that we may have been waiting for. And now we've learned that it's us. In this receptive mode, we are willing to understand. We are willing to use our imagination to access ourselves as a gift. We open up to all the powers that are within us that have been accumulating throughout the year. Our faith, our strength, our wisdom, the divine love that's weaved into ourselves. The power that's within us. Again, our imagination. The power of will that's a part of that Christ self. Our spiritual understanding. Divine order. Our ability to release and let go. We can let go of the adverse ego. We can let go of anything that no longer serves us so that we can, in fact, not only shine our light, but we can literally be the gift that is expressing through and as us. We don't need to be afraid of who we are anymore. We don't need to be afraid to speak and shine and love like we've never done before. There's so much support for us to just simply be in this time to receive the newness of our birthing into more of who we are. Oh, we let the zeal move through us, and we let life express. Because we are, in fact, made in the image and the likeness of the Most High. So we take this all with our hearts, being able to hold so much as we move into the silence. And as I invite you back into this here now moment, I want to thank each and every one of you for actually being God's gift, for letting me see the light that you are, letting me be in a receptive mode to receive all of your I am presence. And so it is. And in case you forget,
present of mind, a unique expression of God's love. The manifestation of God's inspiration. I am God's gift, present of mind, a unique expression of God's love. The manifestation of God's inspiration. You are God's gift, present of mind, a unique expression of God's love. The manifestation of God's inspiration. We are God's gift, present of mind, a unique expression of God's love. The manifestation of God's inspiration. I am God's gift, present.
Oh, I was going to be into it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that was beautiful, right? I think I heard John singing. Did I hear someone else singing? Just so I am God's gift, present of mine, a unique expression of God's love. Let me hear you sing it. Come on. The manifestation of God's inspiration. I am God's gift. Claim it. Presence of mind, a unique expression of God's love. Yes, claim it. You are a unique expression. The manifestation, yes, of God's of this energy that is literally everywhere. You are the gift. Come on. Let yourself know it. You are the gift. Wow. Look at you. Oh, you have the most beautiful bow. The manifestation of God's inspiration. We are God's gift. That includes you watching. You're not separate. You're a unique expression as well. Oh, yes. The manifestation of God's inspiration. I am God's gift. Oh, that makes me so happy. Yeah. Oh, that was beautiful. You guys sound good. You're going to go to New York and sing around the tree? You guys sound fantastic. All right, well, this is the time in the service. We're moving towards the close where we raise and praise some folks and just express our generosity for folks, and we have appreciation. And we show our appreciation. And there's always things that I have to thank people for. So I know throughout the service I've been thanking some folks, so there's a couple more people I want to thank. We got some donations for fellowship today. So the fifth Sunday is always the Sunday that the board puts on fellowship. And we got some donations. They just came. It was amazing. And so, just so you know, in fellowship, there are bags of bagels. Please take as many bags as you like. Take them home and share them. We also have some apples, and I think there's some bananas. And then a gentleman named John Elward, he offered to make a turkey for us. Literally. Do you guys know John? No, he's not from this center. I didn't know him until the other day. He literally made a turkey for all of you. Wow, isn't that something? Yeah, guess what? Because you're God's gift. Yeah, like, that's amazing. So there's a turkey waiting for everyone in fellowship. I apologize to those of you who are vegetarian like myself, but we also have salad, which was donated as well. So, man, what an anointing, right? How does that happen? Just keep living more of who you are. These things do happen. Good is in the world. This guy just showed up. That's amazing. That's amazing. So I want to give big ups to him. And he delivered it. We didn't even have to pick it up. That was even better. And by the way, he came through a reliable source. So, yeah, he wasn't just like hanging out. I didn't meet him in ShopRite. Like I tell you guys to ask people in ShopRite. So, hey, if there's anything that you want to do, if you want to express and be in sacred service, you want to express your Christ presence by being in sacred service, there's a lot to do here at the center. We welcome any volunteers. There's things to do inside the building as well as outside the building. If there's something on your heart that you would like some assistance with, that you're trying to birth in the world or you've already birthed it and you need some help, please let us know. If we can be of help, we will definitely be willing to do that. At the very least, we can uplift it with prayer and with good vibrations. And also, we invite you to share your gifts of your financial gifts with us as well. So on the screen, we're going to show you how to do that. And so in this expression of gratitude, we're really talking about circulation. And so if you move to your heart, you can be guided by your heart and how you'd like to support us here at Unity of Sussex County. Again, that's with time, talent, and or treasure. And so you can always write a check to Unity of Sussex County, and if you're not here, you can mail it to 25 Mudcut Road, Lafayette, New Jersey, 07848. You can also go to our website at unityofsussex.org, and there's a give button in the upper right-hand corner. We also have a QR code that's on the screen, and we also have a text-to-give number as well. And so again, when we invite you into the giving, we're really talking about circulation. We're talking about getting into the frequency of circulation. And in that frequency, we know that when there's a giving, there's movement, there's a flow. And so there's also receiving occurring as well. And so when we talk about this and we make this ask, we are seeing that prosperity is in fact everywhere present. Abundance is everywhere present. And in this consciousness of circulation, we invite us all into it so we can each experience it. So we invite you to say the decree, the prosperity blessing that's on the screen so you can declare it for yourself as well as everyone in this room and everyone in your life. So let's say it together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. God is my inexhaustible resource, and all my needs are instantly, constantly, and bountifully met from every direction, known and unknown, expected and unexpected. Our abundant good comes to us now. 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 We declare it now, now and now and now. And I invite the generosity stewards to move through the sanctuary. And Mike, give us a fun jazz. Oh, hey, what about Charlie Brown? You know that one? Yeah. Come on, everybody knows this one. You know how they... Come on, you know all the dances too. And there's the one that was going like this. All right, everybody get that energy up and help us to bless these. You can keep going. Yeah. All right. You can help us, those of you watching online too. So we bless these beautiful offerings while we dance and we shake, and we know that they will go out into the world and help others to dance, others to be uplifted, others to be able to have food, have clothing, have homes, to have goodness in their life. We know that these offerings carry with them a frequency that uplifts so many in a way that we can't even imagine, because there is power in our love. And we're so grateful for each and every offering, so grateful for each and every individual in this sanctuary, so grateful for each and every one watching, either now or at some point. And we know that collectively there is a power in this energy that is generosity. And so it is. Thank you. That was fun. All right, that was awesome. Just some reminders before we end the service. If anyone would like individual prayer, Joanne is available after service as our prayer chaplain. Also, this Wednesday, we have our Divine Pause meditation. It is a wonderful way to get over the hump, as they say, the hump day Wednesday into the next week. That's at 6:30 every Wednesday for a half an hour. Next Sunday is our special annual Heart and Soul service. Is at 11 a.m. It will be after our 10 a.m. meditation that we have in person and on Zoom. This is a sacred day of remembrance. It's remembering those, your loved ones that are no longer here, or even pets, or individuals that may have moved. So you get a chance to honor them and remember them. It's a beautiful service. We do it every year. Also, on Friday, December 12th at 7 p.m., we have our annual holiday candlelighting service. That is a beautiful time. It's a wonderful time. It's a way to look at this time of the year even more metaphysically. And we have beautiful songs and beautiful fellowship, so we invite everyone to that. And just a reminder, we have gift cards available, ShopRite gift cards available in fellowship after service. Basically, you get the denomination of the card that you purchase, and ShopRite gives a proceed back to Unity of Sussex County. All right, did I remember everything? All right, lot to remember. With that, I invite everyone to stand if you so choose. We're going to close out the service singing what we call the peace song, which is really Let There Be Peace on Earth. And then we're going to say the modified prayer of protection. The words, all the words will be on the screen. Toni wants to say something, but you can come on up.
I said him, look this up. We normally do this. Deck the Halls was written by Thomas Oliphant.
Right. I forgot.
Jingle Bells was written by James Lord Pierpont. Open Wide My Heart is Karen Drucker. And God's Gift is Ty Stevens.
Yeah, thank you. I forgot about that. All right. All right, so you can hit it, Mike. We're going to sing the peace song.
The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. And wherever God is, all is well.